Hello Capricorn, this is your new moon in Leo reading. This is for Capricorn placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. I'll do a modified Celtic cross followed by an oracle message from the Moonology deck. I've extensively shuffled, and so we'll get started. Well, that was fast. All right. This is in your, the new moon is in your 8th house, okay? So this may be you, kind of in a healing, resting, meditating position. This card has come out a lot in a lot of readings. So you may be in a space of allowing, okay. Oh yeah. Of allowing information to come to you about what, like, your next step might be around issues like finances, business matters, yeah, what direction you want to move in. And this, the new moon in Leo, excuse me, the new moon in Leo is about dreaming big, dreaming from your heart. What is it that you want to create? That, you know, it's being playful, it's being creative, it's thinking, dreaming of and thinking of and planning for what you want your life to really start looking like beginning in the next 6 months. Where are you going, Capricorn? Bottom of the deck, the Fool, King of Pentacles, and the Emperor. You may want to be move into like a leadership role, or be, you know, some kind of like boss up, boss babe. This is the female Emperor, balancing your masculine and feminine, the High Priestess, maybe even in something around spirituality, taking adventures. But it's kind of like you're like, okay, let's just meditate on this. Or maybe you've been in a space of healing, or you are in a space of healing, resting. You know, she's resting on the moon. That's connecting with her higher self, her intuition. Well, I'm saying her, okay, but, you know, it could be a him. Okay, what is crossing Capricorn? Oh boy. Okay. 2 of Cups, 8 of Cups, the Emperor. Emperor can be an Aries. So this is the male Emperor. So we just saw the female. This could be a counterpart. This could be a soulmate. You might be healing, resting, or contemplating building with a partner, or moving towards finding that partner that you can build with, that is your soulmate, that is your wish fulfillment, you know, kind of manifesting that. Oh, look at that. Queen of Wands. Oh, yeah. Queen of Wands. The Lovers. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're manifesting. Yeah, you're manifesting. What are you aware of, Capricorn? Sagittarius had the Two of Cups in their cross position as well. You could have Sagittarius in your chart or be dealing with a Sagittarius, potentially, potentially not. Okay. What are you aware of, Capricorn? Oh, I'll tell you what, you're aware of what you want because you're manifesting it. Where is the card? Where did it go? I know I felt it flip. Come on. Here it is. Okay, yeah. Manifesting and waiting for your ships to come in. This has been a long journey, a long road. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Three of Cups. And then the Queen of Wands again. Lovers. Bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands. Okay. Okay. There could be other people involved. Or these two queens could be parts of yourself, and that can be for a male or a female. Queen energy is just energy. It doesn't necessarily denote like a male or a female. But the Queen of Pentacles, she's grounded, she's earthy, she's solid, she's like wifey material. She is businesswoman material. She is focused on home, family, abundance, fertility. Very much related to the Empress. Okay, so we're back into that. Three of Cups. That can be friends, community. Queen of Wands, yeah, she's the sexy, magical, magnetic, mystical, spiritual, entrepreneur, charismatic. Exciting, passionate energy. Followed by Lovers, choice. Maybe you're trying to figure out like what do you want? It doesn't have to be an either or, but sometimes like Esther Perel talks about who's a prominent researcher in relationships, that you we're looking for someone who provides the magic, okay, the passion. And when we come into relationship, we also want that safety, security, stability. But often when we get that, the magic, the mystery goes away. And so we have to learn how to balance all of that out and work on it, create it. So what do you... I think you're being very optimistic in a good way. I'm setting out those intentions, I'm manifesting, and then I'm here, I'm waiting for my ships to come in. I'm waiting for the seeds I've planted to start to bloom. Optimistically. Like so optimistically that I'm almost like I'm towering above, this everyday sort of I don't know why I'm getting this, but the city, these buildings, this like mundane world. I'm like, no, I'm up here in my higher power and using my magic and up in the air with the birds and staying very optimistic towards my future. I just heard, I want it all. That's right, Capricorn. We want it all. Okay. Subconscious. What lies beneath for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node? There's that Empress card. Well, it came out and I went to grab it and it went back in, so. Okay. The Empress. Six of Cups. This looks like nostalgia, maybe around mom. Maybe creating from childhood dreams, wishes, hopes, experiences. Influence that maybe mom had on you, or your idea even as a child of what I guess what you are capable of creating. Queen of Swords here with King of Cups in the female and Five of Wands. The Devil. Why is the Devil showing up on these last readings? This is... Well, that's your card, Capricorn. Okay. Ruled by Saturn. I mean, again, like, this queen is, she's up from a higher perspective. She's seeing things so high that she has to get to that high perspective, so she's seeing things clearly, truthfully, honestly. Appearing at the King of Cups energy, emotional stability. Maybe wanting emotional stability, safety, a port in the storm, a portal. You go moving through a portal. Somebody else got this, and I kept saying a port in the storm, and then the Moonology deck said portal, but I don't know if portal, I'm feeling that. Maybe I am feeling emotional stability, a port in the storm, somebody that is dependable, emotionally available. Maybe that's what you've always dreamed of. Something truthful, honest, intelligent, emotionally available. Wise. Intelligent, and you know, you're strategizing for the how do I get that? Maybe your inner child is like, how do I get that? What's it gonna take? Oh, King of Wands, hello. Female King of Wands, fine feminine, loud and clear. I feel like, you know, the King of Wands is very charismatic. I feel like this King of Wands is also embodying the Queen of Wands energy, the mystical, the magical, the manifester, the, you know, you've always had it, my dear. You're like coming into your, you know, power, the divine masculine and divine feminine, coming into harmony within the self, within yourself. Trusting in divine timing, that when the time is right, that's when I will make my move. I don't rush into anything. I don't have to. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups, Six of Swords, Justice. I'm moving to my personal wish fulfillment, mental stability, peace. Getting out of anxiety and like conflict, and no, that's not what I want. Some people could be maybe moving into a legal situation, marriage, divorce, or like we saw earlier, there's soulmate something, you know, a karmic relationship. Karmic doesn't have to be, there's not a good or a bad to it. It just is what it is. Working out some karma. Maybe your own, right? Like, what are you here to learn? What are you here to balance out within yourself? Maybe the masculine and the feminine within yourself. Okay, what lies before Capricorn? What lies before Capricorn? Nope, yeah. Okay, yeah. Mental peace. Calmer waters. Moving on. You know, I feel like this is the star. I need to get the guidebook out, but I think this is the Star of the Star card. Could also be Metatron, not sure. But definitely, you know, picking up and moving forward to a better place. better space. Swords are, you know, mental, verbal, air energy. So, yeah, I don't want to be in conflict. 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords would be the conflict. 6 of Swords is moving into peace. Oh my, bottom of the deck, I didn't even see that. 10 of Cups, King of Cups in the male, and the Hanged Man. Yeah. You're out here to find your, definitely your counterpart in your happily ever after. And you're being patient. Patiently optimistic. There you go. Look at that. Ace of Swords, bottom of the deck, and 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Coming together after a long journey. 10 of Cups. Rainbow. Had some emotional difficulties, but here we are. Could be reverse. I don't think so. I feel, I don't know. I just think you're being honest with yourself about what it is that you want. First of all, what is important to you is what is going to bring in the 10 of Cups. The person that you build with. Because you already love yourself. You choose yourself. You know yourself. You're empowered in yourself. You can fulfill your needs on your own. But damn, wouldn't it be nice to have someone be a witness to my life and share in that, and the dreams and wishes and goals, and create a little happy life together? Yeah, would. Okay, final message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Oh, let's put this back in the camera. We want this camera. Let's get a message. Final message for Capricorn. Thank you. Luck is on your side. New Moon in Sagittarius. Bottom of the deck, don't let pride get in your way. Full Moon in Leo. Okay, New Moon in Sag. That's interesting because I think Sagittarius got full moon in Capricorn and you're getting new moon in Sag. I think they got full moon. All right. Whatever's coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sag can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, but be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically, by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a trip away is coming up, if that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of a gift, even if that simply means widening your world view. Attune to the moon. Count your blessings literally. Write them down or say them out loud. Gratitude journal is always a lovely way to do that. Additional meanings for the card. You need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of study or teaching. Don't be narrow-minded. Start a week of gratitude practice via Facebook, a journal, or blog. Great. Nothing is set in stone with Sagittarius, and optimistic energy could attract all manner of good things if you tap into the energy by expecting the best. And you are, I can see that you are doing that. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, I hope that was helpful, and thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye. Capricorn.